Hello everyone, LRon here with part 82 of my total Terraria world Annihilation. So this ends up being an eventful cohort. Somewhere down the line in the cohort, I'm going to finish off removing all of the liquid within Hell. And I guess, technically speaking, all of the natural solids in Hell as well. I think I may have left some of my self-made bricks in the Hell region, and then there's still the back wall for the various structures that were there from World Generation, but all of the ash, hellstone, and lava is gone at this point. I guess to clarify, not at this present moment right here in the video, but at the point of me speaking, so once the cohort is done. Eventually I do go screw it and pretty much get rid of the remaining like 4 rows worth of lava remaining, just with a bucket and just surgically removing it all by basically patrolling with the infinite water bucket and then sweeping back along with the drill containment unit. And then I left the reservoir super filled, like more filled than it's ever been previously, basically as insurance for the future, because there's still more honey in the jungle and that kind of stuff, so all that's going to fall down. And so basically, once all of the bricks and blocks and whatnot are removed from the underground in the caverns, then I'll open those floodgates and purify all of the remaining lava and honey that arose from that. Although I don't expect too much in the way of lava to get back down into the Hell region, given the fact that I usually have to surgically remove that to prevent loss of crops. So it's primarily going to be honey that I'm going to try to vanquish with the reservoir insurance system. It's kind of funny, the Hell components, given all the colossal magnitude of lava that was going to need to be solidified and extracted. I was really going to be dreading that component of the project because I knew it was going to be a long, drawn-out process no matter how I do it. But it was a nice break from the monotony because vertically going through the solid ground repeatedly, was kind of taking its toll on me as well. There's certainly not much exciting stuff to talk about in that regard, especially after doing it for so many hours. And so Hell ended up being kind of a welcome frontier, because it was more fun to do because there was both the danger factor and just the fact that it's something different compared to what I had been doing for a good number of videos worth. And then it also ended up being something that I was able to finish in a relatively timely manner, so it gives this sense of major accomplishment, given how much I've worked up the amount of hassle it was going to be in my head, and so having it not be quite as big a deal as anticipated ends up being quite a boon. Although I must say it certainly helped with the concept of having four screens going perpetually at 4x whenever dealing with liquids in hell. Um, this really would have been a nightmare for me on the voiceover end if I did not take such an approach. Um, this would have taken many more months to do just from the sheer amount of extra vocal content I'd have to muster. And I mean, I've kind of been graced with a good amount of stuff to talk about during these past few cohorts, but I definitely could not stretch what I said to 4 or 16 times as much as or amount of time that it ended up taking. So I would be trapped in rambling filibusty mode, which probably resembles the past sentence or two. But as you've all been told many times, I am schizophrenic, so language is certainly not my forte. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but English is actually my third language. I learned two languages that I guess technically no other human speaks. That doesn't really mean too much, but I had mastered those two languages long before I learned English. So translating what I am thinking to what I need to say can sometimes be a chore. But in any case, I am enjoying the four screen gambit, and since I haven't heard any complaints about it, I'm going to stick with it. Although I will be reverting back to my standard time speed policies. So if I'm doing standard mining, I'll go at normal speed and go at 4x when I'm dealing with lava slash other nuisances like meteorites and hive blocks and various other hazards. And then also dealing with putting the junk into the various chests and other housekeeping measures. And of course, the thing is, I've been looking at the statistics, and a good number of these videos are still completely unviewed by the public. At some point, there was a sharp drop in interest, and there's several cohorts that nobody's even looked at, so nobody's really had a good chance to complain about the four screen system, technically speaking, although they've had several weeks to find it and protest. So, technically speaking, if you don't like it, it's on you for not keeping up with the project as I'm posting them. I know that probably sounds on the harsh side, but it is kind of inconvenient truth for you at least. Extremely convenient for me. I'll admit to that, but I've given you ample opportunity to complain, but you weren't prompt enough to watch. Although I'm sure that this will please the people that want this project to just be done so that they can have me go on to other projects. Although I gotta say, if you don't like this, then there's something that I do have dreamed up for later that's gonna drive you even more crazy, but I will outline that in the next video. I will see you there.